Gama pa da ni da sa samida ni da pa da pa ma pa ma ga ma ga de ga ni sa Welcome, welcome. Come. Start to organize your space. Start to take your time to find your rhythm. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. We still have time before our practice. And remember, always this time before we started is this time for you to arrive. Use this time to arrive gently. Gently arrive. Today is Wednesday. We are in the end of the day. And then we have all of the experience that we pass through the day to assimilate. all that energy is still here, is still imprinted into the body, is still in the mind, then take your time. Take your time. Don't rush. Today, I want to talk with you about gratitude, about this deep sense of gratitude. Today, I went out for some shoppings, and when I arrived back in the house, I have these beautiful flowers on my door. That so beautiful, makes me feel emotional because touch my heart. These beautiful friends of mine that left these beautiful flowers, and then makes me actually what resonate within me was this gratitude, this deep feeling of gratitude for every single person that is here with me in this journey and is part of my journey and is part of who I am. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And actually, I feel so blessed. And there are so many people, so many people. They say that we have only one soulmate. And I feel that I have so many, so many, so many souls that I feel that completes me, that reminds us, every single person complete me in a different way. That is my soulmate that complete me in the journey of yoga. That is my soulmate that completely in the understanding of love. That is my soulmate that complete me in this journey of song, music. There are so many people. There are you that is part of my yoga family, that completes me, that fills my heart, that fills my journey with joy. I feel so grateful today. Yes, I want to share with you this deep feeling of gratitude of every single person that shares who I am and share this journey with me. I want you to know that I am eternal grateful to have you in my life. And we're gonna start it a little bit earlier today about our practice. Not the practice by itself, we still have a few minutes. Let's start it just observing. You are probably still moving, you are probably still organizing. Maybe you even don't arrive yet to the class. But what I want to tell you is this reconnection. Now we have, it seems that we have so much more space. I feel myself that feels that we have so much more space to assimilate so many different things. And just now, let us implement in our practice this owning of this timing without creating any sort of rush, without moving with too much stress, without really owning this inner rhythm. You that you have been with me in this journey of yoga for a while, you know how much strongly I talk about it, rhythm, inner pace. And it's all connected with this possibility of you to connect. When you are very agitated, very distracted, you actually disconnect from the things that matter, the beauty that is around you, the kindness. Now, right now, is such an amazing opportunity that we have to observe kindness. It's here everywhere. is so beautiful. Here in Blackwood, for example, my husband was saying that someone took the initiative to open, to organize this place, which is a swap of DVDs, swap of books, swap of toys, just in front of the post office. How beautiful is that? Sometimes it's just simple gestures that makes so much difference. And now at this moment, I'm seeing this kindness, this beauty, this real essence that we hold of compassion, of love to each other. It's so beautiful. I hope that you also are experiencing that. I hope that you also are opening a space to perceive the beauty around you. Welcome you that just arrived. Yes, you have not started. I was talking about gratitude. I was talking about how is important to be grateful. How actually it's not about to be important. Is about how blessed is when you are grateful. And you're grateful for the simple things. Grateful that I am able to walk. I'm grateful that I am able to see. I'm grateful that I have so many friends, beautiful friends in my life. I'm so grateful that I have this family, this yoga family that walks with me. Well, now it's time for us to start our practice. And I will invite you, as usual, for you to find that position. Remember that this moment, this first moment, what I invite you to do is to connect with comfort, to be comfortable. Then find any position. Remember that now alignment, the position of the body into the space is not important. You can even lay down on the bed if you want to. Any position. But this position that you choose, whatever position you're choosing, needs to translate to you as comfortable. Oh, well, that is comfortable. Here in this position, yes, comfort. Then please come to this position. Come to this position that you understand as being comfortable. We want the mind to feel comfortable. The mind is only comfortable if the body is comfortable. If the body is in stress, the mind never you're going to be comfortable. It's the same vice versa. If the mind is under stress, the body never is comfortable. And here we want both, body and mind, in a state of relaxation, in a state of gentleness and kindness, in a position that you can close your eyes and just listen. Just listen to the sound. Allowing the sound to guide you. Removing all the obstacles. Bringing the mind to this vibration of clarity, of a deep state of perception, where there is no confusion, Gaja Bhutanadi Sajipum Kapita Palasaraba Namami Vignesh Vara Palasaraba Namami Namami Let the mind gently travel from the waves of sound into invisible waves of vibration. And very gently respecting this vibration, respecting this new state that the mind is entering. Let's come to our position for pranayama, for the position of practice of breathing. Our breathing exercise. I'm going to come with you, and then after I'm going to come to a sitting position, but you will be on the floor. Now you need to come to the floor. Now you need a hard surface to make sure that you are in alignment. Then let's come first to the side of the body, and then we are laying down with our back in direction to the floor. Our knees are bended, our elbows on the floor, and our hands just place it here in our lower abdominals. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to move our pelvis forward and then backwards. What is happening here when I move my pelvis forward? I have my spine flat on the floor. The muscles of my back, they are flat on the floor. And when I move my spine backwards, I have this big arch in my spine. And then let's just do this movement, moving the pelvis forward and then moving the pelvis backwards. At the same time that you do this motion, make sure that the area of the chest and the shoulders, they are completely released on the floor. There is no tension in this area. Then release your shoulders in direction to the floor, just concentrating in this motion. And now very gently, we're going to bring the pelvis to the neutral position. Neutral position means that you are respecting the natural curves of the spine. And you please stay in the position. I'm just going to continue guide you through pranayama in a sitting position because it's easier for me. You please stay there. Stay there laying down on the floor. Now let's study this position of the spine. Let's make sure that your spine is neutral. The lower back should have a small little space between the floor and your lower back. Then you are respecting that natural curve that is happening there in the lower back. And all the spine is natural, in this natural position. There is no contraction of any muscles. You're very relaxed, but in alignment on the floor. Bring your chin slightly in direction to the chest, alleviating a little bit these vertebrae of the neck. And here you have this sensation of the chest that is releasing. There is a lot of contraction here in this area of the body. It's a very sensitive area, an area that imprints a lot of emotions here in this area of the chest. There is a lot of contraction in these muscles. Then release these muscles, just bringing your attention. And if you need it, you can also kind of brush the muscles of the chest from the center in direction to the outside. You can do this motion brushing just to really release this area. Rest your shoulders in direction to the floor, your feet touching the floor. And let's right now bring all our attention, all our perception is on your feet, the feet touching the floor. Just really perceiving this connection, the whole area of the feet, all the toes, every single part connecting. A single point of focus and awareness, feet and ground. And now you're ready. The mind is already coming to the present moment. Remember that to bring the mind back to your practice is part of your practice. The mind, it will be distracted. The mind, the nature of the mind is movement. And it's simply impossible to have a focus for an hour in just one point. You need to practice many years of meditation to be able to be focused in one point for a long period of time. Then what will happen naturally, do not get upset with that, is that the mind is going to be distracted. The practice is to bring the mind back as soon as possible without creating more distractions, which means without judgment, without trying to understand why that happened. These, they are all more vibrations, are going to just bring you more away from your practice. Then reminding you that to bring the mind back, now your awareness is to your breathing. We're going to start the pranayama. We're going to start the breathing exercise, abdominal breathing. Your hands are there on the lower abdominals. Inhalation, the abdominals expand like a balloon, and exhalation, the abdominals are released. Inhalation, the abdominals expand like a balloon, and exhalation, the abdominals release. Release your shoulders, release any contraction in your body, and all your attention, all your focus, the whole mind now is placed into this movement, in this movement of the abdominals and in the movement of the air, in and out, in and out. Start to observe the length of this breathing. How far can you go in this inhalation? Always remember that the breathing needs to be as comfortable as should be your body throughout your practice. Then you will extend this breathing, extend the inhalation as far as it's comfortable for you. Inhalation, abdominals expanding. Remember to use your abdominals. The abdominals are bringing the air in. And exhalation, the abdominals contract naturally. There is no effort. You do not contract the abdominals. The abdominals, it will contract because the gravity is pulling them down. Then here is a very balanced breathing, abdominal breathing actually in this position, where you just use your energy in the inhalation. All your awareness is there in the abdominals. Your hands are there also to help you with the focus, with the awareness. Remember that you're also is part of your practice to bring the mind back. Do not get upset if you get distracted. It's part of the journey. And now we're going to start to pay attention in two elements that sometimes they are forgotten, and they are also very important for the breathing, which are the pauses. There is a pause after your inhalation, and there is a pause after your exhalation. I will invite you for you right now to pay attention in these pauses and also expand this moment till the time that is comfortable for you. Again, do not go beyond your comfort. Always working with that zone of comfortable, at that zone of comfort within every single element of the breathing. The exhalation is the only element that actually don't need to be too worried, because you are simply releasing. That is your only control, your only exercise throughout the exhalation is that you are releasing the breathing. You are not interfering in the exhalation. Then inhalation, you are extending using the whole length that is possible and comfortable for you. The pause, also you are working to sustain this pause as far as it's comfortable. Exhalation is a moment of completely surrender, no interference. And the pause after the exhalation, you hold as far as it's comfortable for you. And now let's start to pay attention in all these 4 moments and observing if you're holding the characteristic of each one of them. If you are expanding every element to your zone of comfort, and if you are surrendering in the moment of exhalation, then pay attention. Studying deeply. And at the same time that you're studying, observing, and perceiving and changing, you are not stopping. The breathing since the beginning until the end of our practice of pranayama, you will not stop the breathing, you not interrupt the breathing. The breathing is continuous. The breathing continue happening. You may adjust the length of one element, the length of other element, but you never interrupt. Always this continuity. And gently, you're going to start to arrive to that moment where you find a rhythm, where the practice of this breathing is almost like a song. Hold this rhythm, hold this space. Is it comfort? Is almost this perfect circle. Allow yourself to go through this circle, respecting this rhythm, respecting the length, respecting the pace. And we are arriving gently to our last cycle. And here is the last cycle, which means the next inhalation counts as the beginning. And it's gonna end after the pause, after your exhalation. And again, hold this cycle. Hold this cycle in its whole rhythm without rushing, really respecting this music, this song. And after the pause, after your exhalation, you will allow the body to start to breathe naturally. Natural breathing means no interference. Here, you are not worried anymore with rhythm. You're not worried about length. You're not worried about which muscles are involved into this process. You are simply allowing the body to breathe. Your job now is no interference. The only thing that you do is let the breathing to happen through your nose. The breathing throughout the whole practice will happen through your nose only if I say something different. Otherwise, it's always through your nose. And now we're going to take just a few moments observing this breathing, observing this natural breathing, entering in this most developed, most refined state of mind called in yoga Vijnana Maya Kosha. They call a whole body this state. Vijnana Maya Kosha, the body of wisdom, is when the mind is not interfering. The mind is simply observing. And now you're practicing this state of mind. There is no involvement with anything. You are simply watching. And here we are watching simply the breathing, the natural breathing to happen within the body. And observe is also a state of mind that requires practice. It may seem simple, but actually, if you really observe, you see that actually is challenging. It's not easy. It's not easy to observe without interference. Even more, the breathing is very hard. And now I'm gonna tell you to actually go a step further, where you're gonna observe that four elements: inhalation, the pause, exhalation, and the pause. The pauses are very subtle. And I want you for you to observe the whole cycle of natural breathing without interference. Observe if you can do that for 3 cycles of breathing. Just observing. And very gently holding this new possibility of perception, this new space within the mind, we're gonna move very gently. You are probably in a laying down position, the position of your pranayama. Then you're gonna move from the laying down position to a sitting position. Remember that when you come from the floor, is always more comfortable and even more healthy for the spine if you roll in the side of the body and then you come to the sitting position. And now we're going to work a little bit here on a sitting position. The sitting position on the floor is a position that is very challenging for our culture because we are not used to actually to sit on the floor. We sit on chairs, we sit on sofas, and what happened with that is the structure of our hip is very constricted, does not hold flexibility. Then when you sit on the floor, your knees are high, you cannot keep your spine in alignment. Everything sounds like so challenged and really discomfortable. It's very a lot of discomfort here in this position. We're gonna work a little bit today with this area of the body, neck and shoulders. And for that to happen in a way that is comfortable for you, you're going to need to be in a sitting position that also is comfortable for you, that actually you can keep this alignment of the spine, the same alignment that we work in a laying down position, in a sitting position. You're going to need to keep this alignment with comfort, because otherwise to work with this area of the body there is no reason, because if the body is in contraction we can actually not really working with this area of the body. Then you're going to need to find a sitting position that is comfortable. One of the most easiest positions on the floor is this position that I'm doing now, that in yoga we call Sukhasana, which is the cross leg position. This is one of the most easy positions on the floor. However, if this position is too challenging for you, you can also extend your legs to have your legs in extension. You can also sit on a chair. The sequence of movements that we're going to do now is a sequence of movement that you can do easily sit on a chair. Then if you're not comfortable on the floor in a cross position or in an extending position, come to a chair, sit on a chair, and you're going to be able to do much easier this exercise that we're going to do now. If you are sitting on a chair, I will just remind you to go away from the back of the chair, sit on the front of the chair, keeping your spine in alignment. Then you're going to bring just simply your hands on your lap or here on your knees, and you're going to start a movement with your head that is bringing the ear in direction to the shoulders, back to the center, and then to the other shoulder. Then center, shoulders. We're going to start this movement very gentle, very small movement. Here we are respecting this muscle called trapezius, which is holding the head throughout the whole day and actually is working like crazy and retains a lot of tension. If you pay attention, it's always the shoulders are always like this now. Then is this muscle is a big muscle that's always in tension. Then we're gonna actually work very gently. You probably already feeling just doing this movement, the contraction in this area of the shoulders. Then we're just doing a gentle movement, bringing the ear in direction to the shoulder and then the head back to the center. Just very gently. There's no rush. Just one side and then the other. Do not rush to trying to go all the possibility of the movement. Now is the first movement. Just be kind here and very gentle. Then on the center, now we're gonna expand this movement with a rotation. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna do a circle with your head. Very careful when you bring your head in the movement in direction to the back. You never drop your head completely in direction to the back. Always is a constriction there in your movement. In here, because actually you are working with this area of the spine, which is a very fragile area, then be very careful here. Always you very gentle in the motion and doing the movement with the range that is possible and comfortable for you. Here is a good moment for you to close your eyes for a moment to alleviate this part of the brain that assimilate all this stimulus through vision, which vision is this interpretation of light into the brain. And then here you can give a little bit of rest to the mind and really surrender your focus to this movement, observing that every single circle, this gentle motion, you are able to release this tension that is present here in this area. And now let's change the direction. And when we change the direction, we constrict the movement. And again, you will expand this movement as far as it gradually, not really rushing, but really present in every single part of this circle. And gently we're ending this movement. Just experience the relief of that area on the side of the neck. And now we're coming back to that first movement. Ear in direction to the shoulder, then back to the center. Ear in direction to the shoulder, and then back to the center. Remember to release completely your shoulders. Remember to keep your spine in alignment, not to collapse the spine, not curving the spine, really keeping your alignment and gently, gently expanding this movement. And we stop in the center. And without rushing, we're gonna move from this sitting position that you are. We're gonna move gently to the standing position. What is gonna happen now? We're gonna work in an expansion of this simple movement that we done it with our neck. You're going to start bringing your feet to a position that is slightly bigger of the distance of your pelvis. And very gently in here, you're going to start to bring your arm to the side. Look, the head comes also to the side and then back to the center. Side, the head is coming also to the side and then back to the center. And again, you're going to start this motion very gentle. Even that you can go all the way, you will arrive there. But you will arrive there with gentleness, with kindness. Remember that the most important is to enjoy the journey. The destination is just 1 second. Then enjoy this process. Coming to the side gently. We're going to include now the breathing into this movement. Inhalation to the side. And exhalation to the center. Inhalation to the side. And exhalation to the center. When you start to expand this motion and coming more and more in direction to the side, you're going to use your hand on the side of your thigh to give you stability and possibility to grow in this movement. Remember to put the head also in this motion. Inhalation to the side. And exhalation back to the center. In your next exhalation, you're going to change your base into the center. You're going to now expand a little bit more your base. Your feet continue in a parallel position. Now you're just creating more space for us to continue expand in that same movement. What is going to happen now? You're going to bend your knee to facilitate the body to come more in direction to the side. Release your head. Gently back to the center. Legs in extension. Bend your knee to the side. Head. And gently back to the center. Inhalation, side. Exhalation, center. very gentle, lot of kindness. You will observe that my forearm is here finding support on my thigh to give me more possibility to come to the side area. Remember to always respect your body. And remember to respect the rhythm of your own breathing. The head included into the motion. And now a pause in the center. We're going to start now to move our feet in a diagonal position. That is going to give you more possibility for you to bend your knees in direction to your toes. And again, increase even more this movement to the side position. Side, head, and back to the center gently. The head come the last moment. Inhalation side. Exhalation center. Inhalation side. Exhalation center. On your time, without rushing. Using the rhythm of your breathing. And in the next exhalation, the body now is ready for Trikonasana. Bring your feet back to a parallel position, controlling your pelvis. The pelvis are going to be looking forward throughout the whole asana. And what you're going to start it first is finding this comfortable distance. Is a wide base, but it needs to be comfortable for you. You're going to find this base, and then you're going to turn your foot in direction to the wall without turning your hip. The hip keep looking forward. And here we're going to open our arms, releasing our shoulders, and with a moment, we're going to stretch the hands in direction to the walls, bringing our body in direction to that foot that we open in direction to the wall, and coming to Trikonasana. Here I'm going to show you a few variations of this position. First is the head. You can look up, looking forward, or look down. That is personal, individual, according to you. You can place your hand on your leg if you need an extra support to hold the position. If you are strong here, the hand is just on the front of the leg. And here you are supported. You can also, if you have the flexibility, to bring your hand in direction to the floor, but without to collapse your body. Remember that actually you are working here with the side of the body. And we hold. The chest is open. The breathing is happening without interruption. The shoulders are away from the ears, and we hold. Remember that the stillness in the position also is individual. And if you need to take a moment, please do it. Observing your pelvis. You can contract your abdominals slightly if you need more control in your pelvis. And here we're going to come away from the position very gently, bending both of our knees, dropping the arm in front of the position, bringing this foot back to the parallel position, and taking a moment here into the inversion. Here your knees are slightly bended and your head are completely released. We're gonna now release even further that muscles that we start working in the beginning of our practice, moving the head to one side and then the other. With the top of your head, you are doing the sign of infinite, which is this 8 in a horizontal area. The top of the head, like the top of the head is drawing on the floor this figure 8 horizontally. And then change the direction. Same figure. Really releasing the area of the neck. And then you're going to release the motion of the head forward and backwards. Knees are bended. We are going to come up very gently, circular motion. Take all the time that you need. The shoulders are coming in the end of the position. Rotating in direction to the back. Arms are opening and then releasing in a wave, gentle motion. Let's do again. Shoulders rotating in direction to the back. Arms up and then gently down. We're going to do the Trikonasana now on the other direction, but the first thing is study our base. Observe if the feet are in alignment, in the same line, the toes are in the same line. Observe if the distance between one foot and the other is a comfortable distance, a secure and safe distance, safe base. And then you're going to start turning the other foot in direction to the wall without moving your pelvis. Pelvis is still looking forward. We're going to open our arms and stretch. Like trying to touch the walls with the tip of our fingers, releasing the shoulders, expanding the energy. And here, the body comes in direction to that foot and then to our position. Remember that the position of the head is up to you. Observe what resonates more with your moment. Tip of the finger can be on the floor if you have the flexibility, or the whole hand. The hand can be here on the leg. Remember to adjust the position according with your flexibility, your possibility. That foot over there away from you, the side of the foot also should be connected with the floor. Observe your breathing. The breathing is continuous. You can have a slightly contraction in your abdominals to really control the pelvis, for the pelvis not to rotate here, and keep open. Shoulders away from the ears. And you will release, bending both of your knees and releasing the arm in front of your face, coming to the front position. Bring your foot back to the parallel position. Correct your base, the distance, comfortable distance between both feet. And here you're gonna extend your legs and release. Bringing your weight also in direction to your toes. Releasing the head, gently moving the head forwards and backwards. A lot of relaxation here in this area. Pressing the outside of your feet also in direction to the floor. And remember, you are in an inversion. If you have any uncomfort, please come to a sitting position. If you're comfortable here, you are staying just for more a few moments. Bend your knees gently and very gently with awareness. We are coming in direction to the floor. Remember that the transition requires as much awareness as when you are in asana, into the yoga posture. And very gently, we are going to start to transition from the sitting position to the laying down position, Shavasana, relaxation posture. Before you lay down, you may want to put your socks, your jumpers, something that is going to keep you warm. Maybe you be join us for meditation just after yoga, and your temperature, it will fall, and your body is going to start to feel more cold. And then make sure that you have enough clothes with you that you enjoy all the part of relaxation, that you enjoy your shavasana. Then make sure that you are comfortable and warm. Once you have your blanket, once you have your clothes, you're going to start to lay down on the floor. I'm not going to go to the floor because I'm going to guide you in the sitting position that is easier for me. You go to the floor. You lay down on the floor with the back in direction to the mat, and we are entering in Shavasana, in the relaxation posture. We're going to go together through the alignment of this position. You will be started extending your legs. This position requires the legs in extension. They are slightly apart from each other. The arms are along the body with the palms in direction to the ceiling. The chin is slightly in direction to the chest. And you close your eyes. You close your eyes and surrender. Let's take a deep breath together. And in the exhalation, you release any residual tension. One more time, deep inhalation. In the exhalation, you release deep, deeper. Relaxing your feet, your legs, relaxing the abdominals and the chest, relaxing all the muscles of the back, relaxing the muscles of the neck, the chest, the shoulders, arms and the hands, the whole head, the face, that muscle between the eyebrows. Release. 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 Yum, bum, yum, yum, hum, Yum, bum, yum, hum, Yum, yum, Lum, bum, dum, yum, Lum, bum, dum, yum, Lum, bum, dum, yum, Lam, bam, nam, yam, hum, Lam, bam, nam, yam, Hum. Nam Bam Nam Yam Hum. And with a lot of kindness, a lot of gentleness, we start to bring back the movement to the body. First, just paying attention, just recognizing the body here in the present moment. And once you feel the whole body from the toe till the head, you start to bring the movement. The fingers, the toes, the head from one side and then the other. Stretching, gently moving yourself. Take all the time that you need to conclude your Shavasana. And for those that are just arriving, welcome, 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 welcome to meditation. We are making this gentle transition from our practice of yoga to our practice of meditation. If you are staying with us, you're gonna move very gently, taking the time that you need from the laying down position to the position of meditation. And if you are just arriving, start to arrive gently without rushing. Also, start to arrive to your position of meditation. Remember that the position of meditation holds in balance two principles: relaxation and alignment. Remember that our guided meditation invites us to be in stillness without movement, really alleviating the mind, because every single movement are these thousands of stimulus into the brain. But if you are in pain, if you need to move, please move. Do not stay in pain. Move, but move with awareness. And gently we started then embracing this position of meditation. Once you are in your position, once you establish alignment and relaxation, you will close your eyes. Diving into the internal universe. Diving into the internal universe. diving into the internal universe. Bring all your attention to your breathing. The natural breathing. This state of observing does not interfere. You are present but impartial. You will connect every single exhalation with a particular part of your body that I'm calling. You will connect every exhalation with a particular part of the body that I'm calling. And you bring your awareness to that part of the body. Releasing, dropping any tension, any control. You do not control the breathing. You simply connect body part, exhalation, and relaxation. Feet, legs, pelvis, abdominals, lower back, chest, upper back, shoulders, arms, hands, neck, jaw, muscles of the face, the whole head, the whole left side of the body, the whole right side of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole front of the body, the whole body, the whole body, releasing of all tension, the whole body, releasing of all tension, allow the mind to simply flow within the sound, releasing all tension, releasing all contraction, Yam. Nam 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 yam hum nam 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 yam hum lam vam nam yam hum lam vam yam nam yam hum lam vam nam yam hum nam vam yam hum lam vam ram yam lam ram yam nam vam ram yam nam Allow the mind simply to follow the sound. Allow the mind simply to follow the silence. Observe the mind. Without judgment, without criticism. Just observe. Without adding, without excluding. Just observe. Then bring your attention to the physical body, to this position that you chose. Observe if you're comfortable. Very gently, going to start to bring the movement to the body. In whatever position you are, you're just starting to conclude our practice of meditation, but without rushing, holding this space of presence, this respect with the inner rhythm, the possibility of a new perception, of a new perspective, of a new possibility. Gratitude have been a huge pleasure to be here with you this evening. Fill my heart with joy. Gratitude. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste to each one of you that have been with me throughout this journey. Or maybe you that is just arriving. My eternal gratitude to all of you. Have been an amazing journey for me. I hope that I see you very soon. Maybe tomorrow morning. Because tomorrow morning we are here again with yoga at 9 a.m. Namaste.